morning, welcome to Psychic Cafe. It's Friday, woo, weekend. Are you ready for the weekend? I am, kind of. Video's about to pop up on my screen for me to upload it, so it's going to disturb me very shortly, but let's start this off anyway, because I can deal with that, I'm sure. If I get distracted, you know what's happening. I just recorded a daily, that's all. And I didn't quite have the time to get what I needed doing. Done, I mean. How is everyone? Are you good? Let's do love and relationship masterclass today. But before we do that, mini reads. If you want a mini read, if you want a one question reading, you can book in for one of those. I have popped a link in the live chat there. You can book yourself in now. Don't forget, use the coupon code Black Friday. Hey, Maria. You use the coupon code Black Friday, you'll get your 20% off if you do that. That's site-wide, private readings, energy healings, coaching sessions, guided meditations, these one question readings, pick card, deeper dives. The only thing that is left out is the weekly reading program. It's not on that. So let's get the mini reads out of the way. We've got one booked in, and is Sandra. Hey, Sandy. Haven't seen your name pop up for a while, Sandy. Good to see you back. Hi, Claire. Hello. I feel like everything that is not me is falling away. I got from you this week that I've been trying to make what's wrong for me right. So can you please tell me if I'll get the golden opportunity you mentioned today in today's tarot, and if everything will work out from a home and money perspective? Okay, I can. The golden opportunity, is it happening for Sandra? Is it? No. It means not around this time. Let me just get some cards out. So, guidance for Sandra. Whoop, there's the video that I was talking about. Excuse me a moment. Let me just set this off. Because these videos, you know, they take such a long time to upload, so I might as well get one going. Oh, it says 21 minutes. It's not so bad. Usually the first one's okay. When I get toward the end of the day, all the videos that I upload, it's like, it'll take 4 hours, this one. What was that one about? This is my process when I do the dailies. Like, what was I talking about? Oh, I know. That's the 6th of December, that one. It's why I've got my Christmas tree up now. I'll be with you very shortly, Sandra. Don't mind me, I'm just working. This is my process. Okay, it's set off now. Okay, Sandra, let's get some cards out for you then. About this path, this opportunity. Okay. It's who you know, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Perfect connections. You're still building up to your opportunity coming. You know, I said it in the energy, not the energy update, the today's tarot today, is that if you're not experiencing these energies at the moment, to go back over the last few days and do what I said to do. There's been this energy of you need to connect in, and if we ignore that, because sometimes we do, don't we? I've got my little chirper going off. It chirps at me, my iPad, and it says, connect in. I'm doing something, I ignore it, and I wish I wouldn't, and I wish I would, like, come on, Claire, do it. It's telling you to do it, just do it. But sometimes we ignore those things. Anyway, yours is on the way, but it's all about who you know, not what you know. So developing relationships, meeting those right people, investing your time in networking is the best way for you at the moment. Abundance, but don't worry about the money. Don't worry about the money. You've got your opportunity coming, but you do need to connect in, like as I said, and don't do as I say, not as I do. Don't be like me, like ignoring when your things go off telling you to connect in. Actually do it. I sound very low. I got my throat, my voice, it's early in the morning. It's first thing in the morning, so my voice isn't great. Nobody's voice is great first thing in the morning. But I do have a bit of something going on at the moment. Not yesterday, I didn't have a sore throat yesterday, but just something going on, you know? A little bit of something. Anyway. Where do I see you? Oh, relationship. Yeah, let's talk about relationships, shall we? If you want something personal, so this is a masterclass on love and relationships. We're going to be talking generally today. If you want a specific question about what's going on with your relationships and all of that, book yourself in for one of those one-question readings, and we'll get specific about you. Otherwise, I will be answering general questions for the everybody's about this masterclass in here, of course. But the personal stuff like that, you'll need to actually book in for those. But let's get on with it. Coffee first. Right, let's get some cards out. What should we get out? Christmas cards. Okay, let's get Christmas cards out. So, what do we need to know, guides, about love and relationships? Love and relationships at the moment, guides. Teach us. I'm not dating at the moment. The island's quiet. I'm just getting on with doing things that I love because my life is full as it is. We've got these 6 of candles. The 6 of candles is an interesting card. It's the 6 of wands. It's the being seen to be winning card. It's a kind of egoic card, really, because what's right for us is just right for us. When we care about what other people will think, what other people will say, especially when we're talking about relationships, it can steer us off track. So who you want everyone else to see you with isn't necessarily who your heart wants you to be with. 6 of candles. And Leela. If you're talking about my voice being low, the sound being low, this is as high as this microphone will go. My other videos are louder because I edit them in Final Cut Pro and times the microphone by 8. By 8, I know, crazy, huh? This is as loud as it gets, so you're just gonna have to turn your device up. And it's first thing in the morning too. I'm not very loud in the morning. I'm a bit, Hey Kathy. We also have the star as well, hopeful. Hopeful. Okay, so what we've got here is slightly misaligned energy. When we're hoping to be with a certain kind of person, it doesn't have to be a particular person, but it could be a certain kind of person, because then our friends, our family might be a bit jealous, might be saying, well, she's finally doing well for herself. She's finally got someone, you know, worthy, or someone that's good for her, something like that. It's slightly out of alignment. It doesn't, and the star card is the hopeful. It's like having a soulmate list, or having like my new partner list, writing it all down to manifest it, right? I want someone that's like this and like that, and they've got this aspect about them, and they'll have this in their personality and all of that. So you've got your list. You know what it is that you want. Your Christmas list, you know, for your partner, or your new moon list. And then when you are kind of fantasizing about it, imagining it, your awareness goes into someone else's head, like I'll show them kind of thing. They start singing yourself from somebody else's perspective. It's like a bragging kind of thing. I get this sometimes, and it's weird, and I wish I didn't do it, but I do. Every time I meet someone new, I imagine like my last boyfriend, or the last person I was interested in, seeing me with this new person. My awareness goes there each time, and it feels icky. It feels horrible when I do it. And I try and stop myself from doing it. Almost like I'll show them kind of thing, you know? That's the kind of energy that I'm talking about here. It could be family as well. I think it's going to be family for a lot, or friends. And it's like wishing for... So for example, ex-boyfriend that I had, oh, his dad used to look down on us so much because we lived he was a retired bank manager. He lived very differently. I'm there living in the flow, being an entrepreneur, and that scared the pants off him, off his dad. You know, he was very different. Like, imagine a bank manager, totally different to an entrepreneur, right? Very steady money, knowing where the money is. He couldn't even fathom how I would get money off online. He couldn't get it, even though I talked to him about it and said, credit card processors. People put the credit card information and pay him, and it gets put in my bank. Like, you know, talking to him at his level kind of thing. Anyway, after that boyfriend, my next boyfriend was extremely wealthy. And there was a part of me that kind of wanted him in particular, because he was doubting me so much and questioning me so much. I wanted to see him see me with this new person, as if that had anything to do with me and the way that I handle money. Do you know what I mean? It's that I'll show them kind of an energy, and sometimes it's like you don't really want what you're asking for, but it's I'll show them. So there could be something on your list. Have you all got a list, by the way? Have you written down what you want in a partner? I haven't. It's kind of in my mind. I need to do it. I need to do that exercise. We all need to do that exercise. Write down what it is that you want in a partner. And you might find that there's something on that list is a bit of a I'll show them kind of thing, and it's not really what you want, if you get in touch with your heart. Now, if you are interested in doing your soulmate list, I call it, but writing down, going through that process of writing down, I do have a whole course on it. It used to be a paid course. Let me find it. Oh, I can't, because that's going. If you check my playlists on my YouTube channel, there was a paid course years and years ago called The Healing Path to Your Soulmate. I've published it so that it's available to everyone for free now, and you can follow that. There's two versions of it. There's an old version of it, and then a newer version of it, and go for the newer version of it, because it's a bit better than the first version I recorded. But if you go through that, and I think it's like 5 or 6 videos, something like that, and each one has got homework, and you work through that, and it's a very interesting process. You'll get your list. You'll also get a refinement of that list as well with the stuff that I'm talking about. So if you're into this, then do that. I mean, people used to pay like $150 for that course. So do that. I might be putting like more courses out like that, because I know more now. I am more and I know more. But it's still a great course. Perhaps I should do that. Okay, what else do we need to know? We've got the 6 of Presents. I just got to tune back into this deck again, my Christmas deck. Okay. 6 of Pentacles. The 7 of Candles. The card of Protection. And the 5 of Candles, reaching higher. Look at this card. It's like she's got the devil by the throat there. She's protecting herself. Okay. What's the 7 of Candles? No, 7 of Candles, protecting ourselves. 6 of Presents. The 6 of Pentacles. Why am I drawing a blank on the 6 of Pentacles? 6 of Pentacles. I'm really drawing a blank on it completely. This card is giving me no clues. Wow. Anyway, 7 of Candles and the 5 of Candles is about protecting ourselves. The 5 of Candles, there's something in here about reaching higher. I can feel it. But protecting ourselves from that. So, okay. There'll be something that's on your list of what it is that you want, that it's more about you showing other people than what you really want. And it's something that you have to protect yourself from. In other words, it could be something like, you want a love bomber? You don't want a love bomber, but that will kind of show them, you know? It could be something that translates into a love bomber, someone that's too much too soon, which ends up being a manipulation. What else could it be? I mean, the Six of Pentacles, it does say, oh, that's it, reciprocation. Thank you, Maria. My God, I just couldn't. I couldn't tap into that card at all. Or drawing a complete blank on it. Okay, yeah, I see it now. Because there's presence all over the place. Right, reciprocation, yeah. There's something that we're reaching for here. And it's something that we think that we're offering. And we might think that we're reaching higher. But we might be fooling ourselves. And once we get it, we need to protect ourselves from it. There's a message in here of be careful what you wish for, right? But what is this? We need to find out what it is, the reciprocation. So we're asking for something that we think that we're giving out. We think that we've got to offer within a relationship. But it might not be true. Because it'll be something that we need to protect ourselves from, right? And so there I was, all those years ago. I was an entrepreneur. I was doing really well. But I was an entrepreneur. So in a way, entrepreneurs wing it, right? Doing things our own way. Or as I like to see it, going with the flow. It was edgy though. I was taking a lot of risks. And then I got together with someone very wealthy, someone that had got lots of businesses, also an entrepreneur. It made his first fortune when he was like 20 or something, 21, with this idea, and he set up this business and he made an absolute fortune. First one doing that kind of thing, and then they were everywhere. And, oh, it's a franchise now, yeah. He sold the business. And he invested in more businesses. So he kind of had these businesses, but it wasn't really his own. He owned the businesses. He was on the boards for the businesses. You know what I mean? But it wasn't him running them. So he was properly being a CEO, you see, instead of like being an entrepreneur and winging it like I was. And I thought that he was a match to me. And no, he wasn't. He wasn't a match to me. It was very, very different. You see, what I was doing was following my heart and being an entrepreneur in that kind of way, because that's important to me. It's not just about the money. It's hardly anything is about the money for me. That happens anyway. It's more about how can I live this life, really live it, you know, do what's really important, what I love, tapping into my gifts. That's really living to me. It's not about, can I create a business that's really big, that tides me over. That kind of is important too, in a way, but not really. It's not the most important to me. It's like, can I make a business doing what I love doing that allows me to do what it is that I love doing in a way that I love doing it, and can I make that work? That is my thing. And so this guy, no, he wasn't that. He wasn't that at all. Like, I probably was a match to his 20-year-old self, but not even that, because he really did put his money where his mouth was, you know, and really invested in that and made it really big, you know. Had a lot of employees and stuff like that. Very grounded, you know, very ballsy too. I think that's why I liked him, bigger balls than me, and that doesn't happen very often. Okay, so tell us why the reciprocation. So like that, I think it's that kind of an energy. We think that we've got something to offer, but we're not really seeing it clearly, I think. So we're asking for something that we think that we already are, but we're not. You see, and that's what we need to be careful of. Because once we're loving ourselves, we want someone that's like us, not opposite to us, not opposites attracting, someone that is just like us. But sometimes we're not seeing ourselves clearly, and we think that we're already mastered something, or we're holding this particular energy when we're not. The 9 of Presents. So it's about being single and independent and all of that kind of thing. So we're holding an energy that we want to get back from them that's reciprocated. It's about being single, independent, getting our own wins kind of thing. Interesting. Tell us more. Give us more clues, please, about what this reciprocal energy is that we're not really clear on ourselves about. So we're not really single, independent, are we not? Or there's some aspect of that. So the Nine of Pentacles, it's about, well, it's like the manifestation card. You know, we can manifest things. We're single, independent. We're manifesting things, and we're getting wins in our lives just by ourselves. It's that kind of stuff. The Emperor. Do you see Divine Masculine? Damn it. So it's like we're not fully embodying something pentacle-wise that the Emperor is. We think that we're offering that, but we're not. So what do we have to do then? I don't get it. It is. It's exactly that energy, like I said, of me and Mr. Rich Guy that I went with. And the relationship was great for some time until the narcissism stuff came out, and very difficult to deal with. The way that he made me feel could be quite cruel. But apart from that, it wasn't really about the narcissism. It was more, we had different perspectives, you know. So if you're looking for someone that's like King of Pentacles, no, because that would be my situation. So an entrepreneur looking for someone that's got like more of a solid structure business kind of thing, that would be different energy than I've got. What other examples would be? I don't know. We need to get more cards out. Let's get Christmas cards out. So tell us more about this. Give us clues, please, about what we need to be facing in ourselves that we're not really that. It's okay that we're not that. But sometimes we fool ourselves and we think, I am this energy. When we're not. Give us more clues, please. See, it's so important to know ourselves, right? In this search for love, for a match. Queen of Swords. The one with boundaries. Okay. Right. There's certain things we do and certain things that we won't do. It's like it's like what I was just explaining about myself. I'm not my idea of success, right? Business success is very boundaried. It's so that I can do what I want to do in the way that I want to do it. That makes me happy. I don't want to have like a business that I can sell and then someone else do it. Because why would I want to have someone else do what I love doing? That makes no sense, right? Just to make me some money. That makes no sense to me. So I've got very clear what my idea of success is. Now, I've got nothing against, especially men who have like a different, can have a different role, like can feel that they've got a different role on the planet, in families, for their woman to be the provider. That can have them with very different idea of success, and I'm cool with that, right? And I don't see why that would make us incompatible. Okay, so something about boundaries. Tell us more. The Seven of Cups, about choices that we make, yeah? The choices that we make. And the Page of Pentacles. It's what we start off, where we put our energy. the seeds that we plant. I love this deck so much. It's just got the best artwork. Yeah, it's like I say, what's important to you? Where do you plant your seeds? What? The single independent energy. This one. What are you? What is important to you? I mean, like attracts like. But they don't have to be exactly like us, right? I wouldn't want someone that's exactly like me, but they would have to have similar values, right? And that's what is important here. It's not so much about what they're doing, it's about their values and how they're making the choices. Rather than what choices they're making, how they're making the choices based on their values. I think that's what it's about here. I think that's what we've got to look deeper at, is how they're making the choices. Right? It's got something to do with, it's not so that you can be seen to be better. Right. I know what it is. It's the ego thing. So what we're looking for is someone that is not ego-driven. Ego being a fear that we have. Sometimes it is a fear of how other people view us. That can be very enticing, especially in society these days. It's all ego-driven kind of stuff, a lot of it anyway. And it can be hard to pick apart someone that's successful, that made the choices that they made because they want to be seen to be doing well, or they want that attention or the money or the accolades that go with it, or even just to please the parents, or to one-up somebody, or to do better than the best friend, or to show their ex, you know, all of that kind of stuff, to show their ex. That would be one too. You see, I light up to that because that is something I've got in me, and I wish it wasn't. I recognize it every time it comes up, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm that person that wants to show my ex, like, who I'm with now. I don't want to be that person, but it's in me, and I don't get why. Anyway, my demons. So tell us more. Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords, the sword in the air, the truth comes out. And tarot, when the swords are up, it's information coming out. When the swords are down, it's information withheld. So this could be a new thought, an idea coming out, or the truth coming out. To start something new. That feels weird today. Start something new. Tell us more. Anyone want one of those? Oh, anyone want one of those one question readings for your personal situation? I'd love to read into that, because this is just general, of course. Book away. Book away. The link is there. I can do that for you. So we've got the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Swords out. Very different tens, right? Tens are the outcome cards. The happily ever after, where you've built something up that's very stable and your heart is happy, you know. Or the Ten of Swords, the literal opposite. You're like, ah, that hurt. So the truth is coming out. Which one is it? Which one is it? Which one is it? Something that you're asking for is leading to this. Something that you're asking for is leading to that. This contradiction in what we're asking for at the moment. And this is asking us to figure it out, what it is. All the more reason to do the Healing Path to Your Soulmate course that's here on my channel. Find out what that is, because that whole process, have you done it, Maria? That whole process takes you through finding out, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it this weekend. Let's do it this weekend. And let's come back here next Friday and see what we've done. Bring your homework with you. You can do it. I would say that you can do it in a weekend. You probably need a whole week to do it, in fact. So let's do that. That's your homework from this show. I've got a surprise for you all that's sticking around. I got a new deck. Where is it? I want to pull a card for each one of you. Freebie. Because one of my new decks arrived. Where did I put it? It must be on the bed round there. Hang on, I'll pick it up. Who would like a card? Pop in the comments there if you'd like one, and I'll show you the deck. I couldn't wait to unbox it. I've actually been using it in private readings. Those of you that have been booking in using the Black Friday sale for your private readings have been getting these cards out too. So, it arrived. You haven't done it. Secret. Oh, you've got your text to do this weekend. Oh, I hate that. Secret manifestation cards. I told you I was listening to an interview with, what's her name? Rhonda Byrne. And she was kind of launching these cards. And I'm like, yes, I want them. It was, I want them straight. So I bought them straight away and they arrived 2 days ago. No worries. So Maria's first. Just pop a comment if you want one of them. They're very slippy and very, very shiny. It's like gold-sided, like Doreen Virtue. Some Doreen Virtue cards are like that. Very similar card stock. The back of them, it's a very beautiful deck. And it's got messages on. So Maria, what does Maria need to know? Manifestation. Oh, I might do this every time. For those of you that stick around toward the end, so you've got to stick with it. I might have this deck as our... See, I told you they're super, super sticky. They need to get a bit damaged so that they're better to be shuffled. Okay, Maria, you're an eternal being. Take a look at the world around you. None of it can exist without you. No matter who you thought you were, you now know the truth of who you really are. You're the master of the universe. You are the heir to the kingdom. You are the perfection of life. Don't see yourself as flawed. See yourself as the eternal being that you are. And we all are. We all are that. Tuning into our spirit, that really powerful aspect of ourselves, not the muggle part of ourselves that thinks, I need to do this and this and this and that to prove myself before I can get what it is that I want. That's not true. That's not true. We really start being who we are when we can tune into ourselves and really like realize who we truly are, that eternal being. Powerful card for you. Marianne. Marianne next. Marianne, what does Marianne need to know? They're a little bit too big. I hate it when people make big cards that are like too big for your hands. Just make them little so they're easy to shuffle like a proper deck of cards. Oh, you've got appreciation strengthens relationships, Marianne. Appreciation strengthens relationships. For a difficult relationship to become great, they can't always do that, by the way, but for a difficult relationship to become great, we have to put our focus on what we appreciate about the other person. When we complain about a relationship, we only attract more things to complain about. That's true. For the next 28 days, write down all the things that you appreciate about that person, about any person really. Adding more things to the list each day, and you'll see how appreciation can turn any relationship around. It doesn't mean that you have to stick with someone, but it certainly clears up energy around you and other people. This can be friendships, it can be romantic relationships, but it does really, to shift, in fact it can be about anything, to shift our focus from the negative to the positive, it makes big differences, it does. It makes big differences to our experience of everything. Do it about abundance. So complaining about how little we have, what we don't have, what we can't get. Oh my God. Sephora sale at the moment. Oh, my credit card. But it's 20% off right now here in Thailand. And it's like, I will regret it if I don't think of all the things that I want, because every time after one of these sale ends at Sephora, I'm like, damn it, I didn't get that thing. That reminds me, I do need some more. Hang on, bit of shopping. Sephora. Work shares, useful shares. Sephora. Let me just find it. I need Olaplex. Number 6. What? The oil. Not the conditioner. Bond Smoother, that one, number 6. I've done 2 already, 2 orders already. Oh, what's this? Strong Days Ahead Hair Kit, Holiday Limited Edition. No, it's got number 3, number 4, and number 5. Don't want that. Bonding oil, that is it. I mixed number 6 with number 7 and it stops my hair from getting frizzy. I've got it on this morning. 4C. Stop looking at things, Claire. Okay. It's a killer. But Black Friday sale, you see? 500 baht saved. Got to. Wait. Leave that there. I won't complete it. Okay, who's next? Sharon. Shopping break. You got 2 cards, Sharon. They are new cards, so they stick together, but I've got to believe that you deserve 2 cards. Okay, Sharon. Happiness attracts everything you want. Everything. Yes. That's why Wednesday's show is about health and happiness. Happiness attracts everything you want. We've just got to give ourselves permission to be happy, right? And to make those decisions instead of doing the things that we think we should do. The shortcut to anything you want in your life is to be and feel happy now. It's the fastest way to bring money and anything else you want. It really is. Those feelings of happiness will radiate out and attract back to you all the things that bring you happiness, which will not only include an abundance of money, but everything else you want. And yes, it's true, but I would warn against feigning it, you know. If you keep on making like dodgy decisions in your life, like doing what you should do instead of what you really want to do and what will make you happy, and then feigning happiness, do you know what I mean? That's not going to work. It works when we really allow ourselves to do the things and be with the people that make us happy and all of that kind of thing. So, yeah, I think there's a lot of like law of attraction teachers. It can be taken in the way of just stay where you are and keep on making the decisions that you're making and then be happy with it. That will hopefully get you happier to the point that you'll start allowing more and making different decisions, you know. Because it's the decision-making process and the action that we take is an important part of it, of course. The point being, we don't want to take action from a miserable place or a frightened place or a worried place, right? Because it spirals us downwards. It spirals us even further downward. So be happy first and then allow even more. Sharon, you've also got this card too. Who you really are. I am whole, I'm perfect, I'm strong, I'm powerful, I'm loving, I'm harmonious, I am happy. That's who you really are. Whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Affirm it to yourself. Because being happy with ourselves, right? That is the really powerful thing. Oh, we can be happy with our money, we can be happy with other people, we can be happy with this and that. But the most powerful of all things is being happy with ourselves. Yay. Cool. I love it. Anyone else want one? Anyone else here? No. I'm going to get myself one out. What do I need to know? That's too many. What do I need to know? They're gorgeous cards. My other new deck is arriving. Should be arriving soon. Let me just find that. Where is it? Amazon. Here it is. Track my package. It's coming from Amazon. Shipped. It's in a carrier facility. It doesn't say where. I think it's in America. Doesn't even say when I can expect it. Arriving between the 5th of December and the 27th of December. Probably more toward the 27th, I would think. Let's get me a card out anyway. And that's the Enlightenment deck by Chuck Spezzano. I need to know money comes to me effortlessly and easily. Oh dear. It's tricky. Every time, this happens every time. Every time, this time of year, money is not as flowy as it usually is. I don't know why. It's like everyone's focused on your Thanksgiving and your Christmas and all of that kind of thing, and your money's going other places. I get it, but I forget it. You see, I forget it every year. And then when it happens, I'm like, oh, oops. It's like tripping over that same thing again. Oops. And instead of just realizing, oh, this always happens, it's not a problem, it starts making me scared. Because I want to buy like things in the Black Friday sales and stuff like that. And so my money starts going, and it's not coming in like usual. So this is why I've got a money card out at the moment. Money comes to me effortlessly and easily. It does. It really does. And if I just ignore it, it happens even more. Anyway, if you've held thoughts in the past that the only way money can come to you is through your job, then let that thought go. You can appreciate that as you continue to think that it must. Can you appreciate that as you continue to think that it must be what you experience? Tell a different story. Money can come from any and every direction. You know what happened to me the other day? I went for a walk on the beach and I was thinking about money. You know, when I walk on the beach, I'm often tuning into my guides. It's something that I do if I'm not walking with someone else, if I haven't bumped into someone on the beach for a chat. And so I was tuned in and I was thinking about money because I was starting to get worried about it. And I know not to worry about it. I know better than that, but it's difficult, isn't it? Because our ego kicks in, our mind kicks in and it goes, you should be scared, Claire, because this amount of money is going down. And so I'm like, ooh, okay. And so there I was doing that. And then there's this part of the beach where there's all this rocky outcrop, and somehow you've got to get past that to carry on walking on the beach. And often there is like very loose sand, like a hill of loose sand behind the rocks, and you have to go through that. Now, I must have been running on the beach because I had my trainers on. I was running on the beach, tuning in, and as I went over that bit, I stopped running because loose sand flicks up and gets in your trainers. Well, even though I was walking like an idiot, you know when you walk through mud or loose sand and you're trying to walk like with stiff legs so that you're not flicking the sand or the mud, I was walking like an idiot, trying not to flick. And it flicked into my trainers anyway, so I'm like, ugh. So once I got through on the other side of it, I just went to the side to hold on to the fishbowl bar, in fact it was, and to flick the sand out of my shoe, and there was some money. There was some money right there. I'm like, oh, thank you. So it's true. Like, it's true. It's the universe going, stick sand in your shoe so you stop here and I'll give you some money that way. It really is everywhere. Hello. Hello, and Avantiki in, oh, I can't say that. Avantika. Yes, you can. Let me get you one of these cards out. So we can work on these things, right? And then they'll pop up again when circumstances change and then the worry kicks in again. We'll never kill our ego. We don't want to kill our ego. It's there to protect us. And as I said in today's tarot, sometimes we need that negative voice to check ourselves before we wreck ourselves, right? I had a customer, I had someone watching my videos, this was a few years ago now, and she was one of these law of attraction people to a ridiculous point, feigning happiness while her life was so out of control, homeless, bludgeoning off people, and like terrible relationships. And she ended up, I only found this out because she ended up wanting to visit. This is her thing. She wants to visit people because she's like high vibing and visiting people. What she's really doing is trying to stay with them and eat their food and things like that, which I found out from a friend of mine saying, like, she's just said she's really crazy and she's just like this overly positive, but she's really, her life is a real mess and she's not seeing it. This is why we need an ego, right? To check ourselves before we wreck ourselves. That fearful part of ourselves is important. To a point. To a point. Yeah. So, Avantika. You've got happiness attracts everything you want. The shortcut to anything you want in your life is to be and feel happy now. It's the fastest way to bring money and anything else you want. These feelings of happiness will radiate out and attract back to you all the things that bring you happiness, which will not only include an abundance of money, but everything else you want. We've already had this message. We're getting it again for you. And like I said before, that doesn't mean pretending that we're happy when we're couch surfing and bludgeoning off people. It means making choices that will make us happy, allowing ourselves more happiness, stopping doing the things that we're fearful about or the shoulds and stuff like that, and making the choices. I think it's very important at the moment. I see it in a lot of people's readings, private readings, is that there's a call now to really start doing what you really love. You'd really love to do. So you got that same card too. Who you really are. I'm whole, I'm perfect, I'm strong, I'm powerful, I'm loving, I'm harmonious, and I'm happy. Same as Sharon. I did shuffle them though. Sharon's that too. She's whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Affirm those things. How you feel about yourself is most important, rather than being happy with the whole world, which, let's be honest, a lot of things going on in the world I'm not happy with. And I opt out of them, and I don't want to focus on those. Rather than being happy with everyone else and everything else, or pretending that we are when perhaps conditions aren't ideal for you, let's just be happy about ourselves, because that's what really matters. How you feel about yourself is what really matters. That's why we heal ourselves, so that we feel better about ourselves, not about anyone else. Although it can affect it will affect our relationships with anyone and everything else. But healing ourselves so that we feel better about ourselves, so we can be happy with ourselves. So we don't feel guilty and shame and all of that stuff that really is so undermining to us. There we go. Thanks everyone for coming along. I'll be making a pick a card read today, so check that out on my YouTube channel later. I will also be putting out shorts this weekend for every single star sign too of what our week ahead is. If you want to join into the week ahead program, or in fact I've got a Black Friday sale. The week ahead program is the only thing that's not in the sale, because it's different. But yeah, Black Friday sale. If you want a private reading or anything like that, or if you want a one question reading, use Black Friday at checkout. It applies for my coaching, it applies for my energy healings, my private readings, love readings, for the pick a card, deeper dives, for the one question readings. But if you want to join in with my weekly reads, the link for it is here. So it's a program where you receive a reading every single weekend for your week ahead. There's the link for it. It works out to be about $25 a week or something like that for a private reading, which is really cheap. If you consider like the one question readings are $20, you get a lot more in your weekly read. And yeah, you get one every weekend about your week ahead. It's a personal reading, and it's got the energies for the week for you specifically, what your lessons might be about as well, so that you can get to that deeper meaning of them easily, because you're pre-warned of what will be coming up, and also what a good focus for you would be for the week, and more guidance, anything else that your higher self wants to tell you. Read more about it on that link. And check out those minis as well, the shorts that I'll be putting out. I'll be putting them out on Facebook. I'll be putting them out on Twitter. It's not called Twitter anymore, it's called X. Where do I put them? On YouTube. So yeah, click like on this video, subscribe. Remember, you want to be commenting on each video, be a subscriber to my channel, clicking like on them, because that'll get you an entry into that prize draw at the end of the month for the free reading. So that's me. Have a fantastic weekend, everyone. Thank you so much for coming along. Monday's show, let's do this all over again in 3 days' time. Monday's show is all about money. Yeah, money and abundance and manifestation. Let's do it. If you want to be on this train of love and relationships, and you haven't written your list yet of what you want in a partner, or if you haven't done it for quite some time, do my Healing Path to Your Soulmate course. You can find it in my playlists here on YouTube. 2 versions of it. Do either one, but I would go for the latest version. If I were you, do all that homework, and then let's come back here on Friday next week and see what we found out from that process. So have a good one. I hope it's not too bad for you, Maria, your tax stuff this weekend. And what Americans are doing Thanksgiving, when's that? I don't know, it's sometime around now. I'm seeing it in other people's videos. So have a good one of those if you're doing that. And let's do this all over again on Monday. I'll see you. Have a good one, everybody. Bye. Oh, and join our community on Facebook. There it is.